Okay, hello everyone. Thanks for listening in, dear me. So this episode will be also in English because it's April. This is actually the first day of spring in Poland. We just started daylight saving time this morning or maybe last night. It's been a beautiful day, isn't it, Monica-san?
Oh, it's really beautiful day and it's 25 degree and we are like chilling and enjoying the weather.
That's a lie.
And
It's 20 degrees.
yeah, so you lied to me. I know it.
No, I said Krakow has 25 degrees. Here is 20.
Okay, so it
Yeah.
turns out I don't listen to you.
Anyway, yeah. It's a very beautiful day. And we did the Skye Trail almost 2 years ago. It was April 2022. And we made a YouTube shorts like a couple of days ago. And we just realized that we should have recorded some sort of podcast because this trip has a lot of stories to tell, right? So we decided it's better than nothing. So we just decided to record something to just look back.
Maybe for our future, someday we're gonna be old and we're gonna coming back to the stories and just laugh about it when we're gonna be old and grumpy and I'm not gonna remember your name.
I hope that won't happen.
I hope so.
But yeah.
Wait, which part?
Well, anyway, yeah, that's why, we're doing this episode. Maybe I'm gonna put some Japanese translation here. So そうですね、スカイトレイルという5日間で155キロ歩き切った、そんな経験を2年前にしたので、その時のね、ちょっと振り返りを行おうと思い、このエピソードは、スカイトレイルのね、行った話を英語とちょっと日本語を入れながらね、やっていきたいと思います。ゴトビ？
Gotovi. Wait. I just want to explain one thing.
Yes.
Today, everyone, I will try to speak slowly.
Why?
And be chill because my good friend Matt told me that I'm rushing too fast when I'm speaking.
Uh-huh.
So I'm sorry for that if I'm going to be very, very slow today. So I just want to say, hi, Matt.
Yeah.
Okay, keep going.
He's one of billion listeners.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah. Let's see how slow Monica can talk. Okay, so Skye Trail. It's a through hike in the Skye Island. It's part of Scotland. And it's about 150 kilometers if you do it from the start to the bottom efficiently. But somehow maybe we took back and forth a little bit. So that's why our distance added up to 155. And we did this in 6 days. Well, I would say 6?
6.
Yeah.
We are very tired yet. I remember correctly.
Okay, cool. So 6 days. So it was a beautiful through hike, and actually that was my first through hike. Monica has done Camino de Santiago a couple of years back, but it was my first one. We wanted to do a through hike, and I did research a bit, and maybe I can tell why we picked Skye from a lot of options. So, first reason why we picked Skye was Scotland is super a camper friendly. Basically, you can build a tent anywhere. Actually, I was kind of mind blown by the fact that it's not normal. It's kind of difficult to find a place where you can build a tent anywhere. I mean, the country. It's not normal, right? Even in Europe. I thought, like, in Europe, you can build a tent anywhere. So, it's gonna be quite cheap trip anywhere in Europe. But it turned out, like many countries, it's illegal to build a tent in the wild. Am I right?
Yes, there is a reason behind it because a lot of the tourists they firing up some forests by accident, and
no.
there is like many accidents, and because of the wild animals, and some places are really protected from the people like this, and they leaving a lot of trash on the trails. So maybe that's why.
Yeah, as far as I know, in Poland, it's kind of gray, but it's supposed to be illegal to do a wild camping, right?
I mean, it is illegal, but it's more our responsibility taking care of our like health. Because on the wild part we have some bears and wolves, which is quite dangerous. So yeah, it's more likely people they try to like warn you that you shouldn't be there or like staying in the tent.
I see. Niegela. Not Niegela. Niegela is a Sunday. Niedźwiedź. Niedźwiedzia.
Uwaga, niedźwiedzie.
Yeah, it's a bear in Polish. Anyway, so 一つ目の理由はですね、そう、スコットランドを選んだのは、このワイルドキャンピングとよく言いますけれども、テントをね、立てて、どこでも自由にテント勝手に立てて寝るみたいなのが、OK なのがスコットランド。で、どこでも結構ヨーロッパは大丈夫なのかなと思ったら結構いろんな国では、ちょっとイリーガルということで許されていないので、割と厳しかったですね。ポーランドも、結構ダメなところ多いので、そうしていくうちに、OK, Scotland っていう形にまずはスコットランドを選びました。So that's how we chose Scotland as a destination. And then first we found out this spot called Orkney, if I'm saying it right. Actually, I heard this place from my good friend from New Zealand. He lived in Scotland and he recommended this place to me a couple years back. So that's how I remember this place. It's a beautiful place. So probably the next time we go to Scotland, maybe we can do a through hike here. They have, yeah. I think that's the most popular spot to check in Orkney is Old Man of Oy or something like that. Yeah, but you need to take a boat. So the more the research and then the more options came up. So we found this YouTube video, and this guy had done Skye Trail, and he made a very helpful guide video as well. His name is Jack Brooks or something like that. So I watched his video and then I thought, oh, it's kind of doable. It looks super long, but at the same time, not many elevation changes, and there are spots to, resupply your food and water as you go. So that's how I picked Skye Trail. And then of course, Monica says yes to anything. And that's how
I'm the yes guy, so this is how my life is like.
Yeah, the yes women, yeah. Anyway, yeah. So that's how we chose Skye. この Skye を選んだ理由は、オークニーっていう場所かどっちかなと迷ってたんですけれども、この Skye Trail のビデオを作っている人の YouTube ビデオを見て、OK、これは自分たちにもできそうだ。ということで、このね、Skye Trail を選ぶことにしました。You can check the link on the show notes of the video I just talked about. And before we dive into the experiences of sky hiking, maybe we can tell you guys a little bit about our background. As I said earlier, Monica did Camino de Santiago. How long was the Camino?
1 month. It was like 800 kilometers, more than 800 kilometers.
Wow. And it was 2013 or 14? No, 17 or something like.
17?
No, what year was it?
2016.
2016. Huh.
Yeah.
Right, so that's good. And also, funny fact, it was Monica was a vegetarian-ish at that time.
For 4 years. Thank you.
Years. Yeah, the why I'm telling you this is there's some stories, funny stories related to her vegetarian lifestyle. Like, maybe you can tell you guys.
Actually, I wanted to start it from the different story, if you don't mind, because you're talking about the preparation, of our trip to go to Skye. So Takuya prepared everything. He plans basically everything. So I just showed up with my suitcase on airport like a princess. Thank you. When we arrive on the airport, I just remember right now, clearly, the border guard asked me, what is the reason that you're in Scotland here? And I said we just planning to go on a hike with my boyfriend. And he asked me, what kind of hike? This island. My boyfriend knows everything. He was started laughing. I was like, okay, we can go. So I just want to.
I did not know that. Yeah, that's funny. Yeah.
Yeah. So I just want to bring up this story and just came clear.
Yeah. Well, I like planning, so that's why we are a good team, I guess. Yeah. But anyway,
I like to do different stuff, and Takuya is a pro with planning, and
you are the pro of spontaneity, so it's okay.
Yeah, exactly. I'm the spontaneous one, and Takuya is opposite one, which is a lot of different stories are coming up every time.
Yeah.
So
did you have difficulties finding vegetarian food through this trip?
Oh yes. So let's beginning of the stories from Edinburgh. If you remember, we start our trip in Edinburgh, and we were waiting for our bus. The bus supposed to take us to Brantford, right?
Broadford. No, we took a train. We took a train from Edinburgh to a city I forgot the name of, but yeah, doesn't matter. It's okay.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah. Inverness or something. Yeah. I'm looking at the map now.
Sorry.
Yeah, from Inverness to Broadford, we took a bus.
So yeah, we were waiting for the bus, and there was some kind of small station. They were selling some sandwiches or pies, and I just said to you I'm just gonna pick up some stuff from there. We can eat something and we can go. And I came to the lady and I said excuse me, do you have something vegetarian, something without meat? Oh yeah, yes, a chicken. I was chicken, it's also a meat? No, then no.
Is Scottish food is mainly meat, I guess, right? Like haggis and traditional Scottish foods, yeah. They are meat eaters, yeah. Probably, yeah.
Most of, I think so, it's most a meat eater. If there is someone who listening to us is from Scotland, I'm sorry. But maybe please leave a comment.
It's a hate comments.
And
But
yeah,
haggis
leave
was
the
nice. Yeah,
comment.
haggis. We ate haggis on the Sky, I guess. Yeah, on the Skyland. Yeah, right.
No, we didn't. No,
We didn't.
we ate. No, we didn't.
Oh yeah, we didn't. We ate fish and chips.
Yes.
Anyway, yeah, that's
Anyway,
yeah, that's okay. We survived. Yeah. In the end, Monica ate some meat anyway, because that was her option.
there was like only options to just buy a burger and piece of pie on our way.
Oh, pie. Yes, yes, yes. That's right. Yeah, pie.
Uh,
I remember.
yes, a piece of pie, because on the way, as you may know or not know yet, there is no many restaurants or like any shops basically that you can like get some like food, or maybe we weren't aware about them. So we just found some kind of
Food truck.
food truck, yes.
Yeah.
With some food, and we were so hungry. We just like bought some pie, and the burgers, because apparently there is no vegetarians in Scotland.
Oh yeah,
so
that's right. Even this food truck, they didn't have any veggie burgers, right?
Nothing, like basically nothing. Only pies were vegetarian. So
that's right. So for vegetarians out there, maybe this hike is not for you, or maybe you will change your diet through this hike.
Yeah, that was my first meat after how many
4 years?
4 years straight. I didn't eat like any meat, and then my first meat, it was like on Skye.
Yeah. はい。ということで、スコットランドね、結構お肉の料理がたくさんあるので、モニカは、その頃はベジタリアンだったので、ちょっとね、食事のオプションで結構大変だったという話をしました。Okay. So, we are talking about, your vegetarian lifestyle. And yeah, so we are just talking about food options. Of course, before we left Poland, I checked like where I can get food, for example, supermarkets or restaurants or cafes. But, you know, the informations you can get from Google Maps, it's kind of limited. So actually I made one miscalculation, which was, on the first day. On the first day, we started from Broadford, and actually I didn't want to count this as a first day because we arrived Broadford quite late, at least like later than we planned. That's because our bus got flat tires, right? From in Inverness to Broadford, and had to stop for a couple or maybe 1 or 2 hours. And we are kind of laughing at it. Like every time we went on travels, there's some, you know, incidents happens, like there's something, accident happens all the time. So even before our hike journey started, this thing had happened. So we are laughing about it, but at the same time, it was a good opportunity because we met another hiker who was going to do Skye Trail, but from the other point. Yeah, I think he was starting from the north to south, but we actually starting from the south to north. So yeah, we had a good conversation, and also we met this mysterious old guy. You remember this guy?
Oh yes, that was so odd. Like we thought that it was a like tourist or something.
Yeah.
Because there was like many houses around, and he showed up like from nowhere, from like, you know, from fairy tale story, and then he started to, I don't remember exactly for the whole conversation. But he was talking about the history of Scotland and how Scottish people doesn't like each other with English people. And I remember he took my hands and he said that my hands looks like a Viking hands.
So
The
random.
structure of the bones of my hands, they look exactly like Vikings. So,
Yeah, he was just so random. Yeah, everyone thought he's like one of our passengers, but like when the bus was about to leave, he was like, "Okay, have a safe journey." I was like, "You're not coming with us." Yeah, it was so funny. Yeah.
By the way, we asked him for a name, and he said something like very mysterious.
Yeah, he told us like made up name. Like he told us a made up name. It wasn't a real name, but it was very funny. But
Yes,
apparently
yes,
he does that to all the tourists because probably many people who are going to do Skye Trail take this bus. So every time this bus comes, he'll come to the bus and then start chatting with hikers or tourists.
so he's like mysterious unicorn or something.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, what a guy.
You shall not pass.
Maybe, yeah. He was very open to let us pass though.
True.
そう、バスがね、ちょっとパンクして、ちっちゃな町に数時間止まるというアクシデントがあったんですけど、そこで別のハイカーと会えたり、まあ、あとはその、変なね、おじさんみたいな人が来て話を始めて、まあ、いろいろとね、話をしてたんですけれども、実はその人はただそこの町の近所のおじちゃんで、バスのね、乗客ではなかったということに、そのバスが出発することになって気づいたという感じでした。So that was, let's say, maybe day zero, even a day where we didn't even, I mean, when we didn't start hiking. And we eventually arrived Broadford and we bought enough food. I mean, we thought it was enough. Well, actually, I thought. Monica was telling we need to buy more, but I said, no, I know there's a place where I can buy food not so far from the starting point. So we didn't buy enough, but it was a mistake. Because on the Google map, it looks like a village or a town, but actually it's just like very isolated place with just countable numbers of houses. I forgot the name of this place, so don't expect anything in this area. Kilbride. That's the place where I thought there was something, but it turned out there was nothing. So we had to walk super hungry for a while on the first day, and then, we arrived Turin. And
Turin.
Yeah. Luckily, they had a cafe. And we had
By the way, if someone is interested in Lord of the Rings or Hobbit, it's most likely those places around there. It looks like it came out from the books, basically. Yeah, like the houses or the restaurant is very, very Lord of the Ring-ish.
Yeah, it got the vibe, yeah.
And I remember we were eating a fish soup. It was very creamy. And we tried to buy some beer because we were so tired and we were craving some beer. And turns out they didn't have a license for that. Mm-hmm. So it's funny way because maybe that's why there is no many, how could I say, rude hikers or dirty hikers, because there is no many places to offer you something,
Alcohol?
Yeah, some kind of alcohol. There is no places like restaurant food that people chilling
that's
up
true,
there. Yeah. And, it's just mainly for hiking, so you have to be prepared.
Yeah, that's true, yeah. I just wanted to say, it's I think good idea to buy as much as you can when it comes to food, because the Skye Trail, the places where you can get food are limited. Just imagine, these food truck or cafe was closed when we were hiking. Would have been devastating, I guess. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So through all the places where you can get, I mean, where the supermarket was, is either Broadford or Portree.
El-
These
oh
two,
yeah,
these two cities or towns, I would say. These are the towns with supermarkets. Don't expect anything else.
I mean, if we are talking actually about the restaurant, there is
No,
one
supermarket.
supermarket. Okay, sorry.
Yeah. Well, the restaurants, yeah, bits and pieces, restaurants on the way. Maybe we'll cover that later. Anyway, that was the first day. First day's weather was quite nice, and we got sun, so that's why we crave beer, but they don't have beer. And we walked through the train, and basically, Skye Trail. First, if you're starting from the south, you're walking by the coastline, so it's nice. If you're lucky, you have a good visibility, so maybe you can see the other side of Scotland. Or, yeah, it was very nice first day.
And a lot of ships.
Yeah, of course, yeah, a lot of ships, yeah.
You're gonna have for sure a great companion on the ships. They're everywhere, basically.
Yeah. So, eventually we ended our first day in the place called Elgol. That sounds so Lord of the Ringish, by the way. Elgol.
That's why I love so much.
Yeah. Elgol is relatively bigger city, I mean towns than other small towns in Skye. So they had, like, I still remember because the sun was going down, and we were so hungry, and then we are crossing our fingers that Ergo has something, like some restaurants or so. And we saw a group of kids, and then we asked, like, is there any restaurants in this town? And then the kids are like, yeah, over there. And then we saw the big sign saying bistro. Yeah. This place was, yeah, lovely, like bistro. The decors and then how it looks was so nice. And we had fish and chips and halloumi. And halloumi was very nice. And then we also had
Beers.
beer, yeah. Skye Ale Gold. It was very
Oh
good.
my God, this beer was extremely creamy, I remember. And we are talking about it that we are regretting that we cannot drinking this in Poland. You have to try it when you're there. And there is a beer specifically with yellow sticker. There is a different beers like with the black and the red sticker, but the one with the yellow is very specific one.
Yeah.
Super.
I remember we are comparing because they had 4 or 3 different types of beers from this brand. That's right.
Yes.
We are also kind of feeling bad because we are so dirty from the hiking, but everyone was so nice, right?
Yeah, everybody in Scotland was extremely nice, especially in the Skye. There is different stories on the way that we are we were having after all, but if I reach my memory from the beginning till the end, there was many nice, caring people around that I was really shocked. How nice it can be for the person that you don't know, basically. Even I remember one time I was bending and I was checking my shoes or something next to the house, and I remember
this babcha,
old lady, she came out, she's like, are you okay, all right, something wrong? I was like, no, thank you.
You were actually checking if you got the bird poop or not.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah. So lovely people out there. Yeah, so bistro is highly recommended. Even if you're not doing hike, definitely check it out. They have good food and good service. So, day one, we just walk a
By the
little
way,
bit. Huh?
By the way, Takuya, just
Yes.
right now hits me, like memory, because we're big fans of the series movie, Detectorist.
Mm-hmm.
And right now, like it hit me. It looks like the lands and the pubs and like any like restaurant that we are like passing to. It was a little bit like similar to this series.
You think so?
Yes, yeah, it was the same vibe right now. What I'm backing right now, like to the memory, it was the
For
same.
me, it's a bit different.
For
You
me, it
mean
was like very similar.
which one? Like the one in Elgo or in general?
Like in general, but in Algo, it's more like this publish-ish thing.
Bistro was kind of clean, more like fine restaurant, like fine dining restaurant atmosphere.
I would say it's like pub.
Oh yeah.
Mm.
So maybe someone can go there and then find out which memory was correct. Anyway.
Exactly, and you can go back and leave the comment.
Anyway, yeah. Oh, Detectress is a good movie. I mean the
Oh
series.
yes.
So probably we can do episode. Anyhow,
Oh,
we slept near Ergo. We just walk a little bit. We just left the town. I call it a village. And we built a tent. It's so nice. It's so nice. You can just build a tent anywhere. The only threats probably is sheep if the weather is nice. So yeah, the first 2 nights. I mean, the day 0 and day 1, we had a good weather, so it was very nice. I slept really well. Wasn't that cold, right? I mean, in the night it was cold.
I mean, it wasn't that cold. It was
April,
like
yeah.
very cold, but we walked maybe more than 30 kilometers. So
Each day,
we
yeah.
were like super tired, and
Yeah.
we drink one beer, and so we were just sleeping like mammoths.
Yeah, because the sunset time was like 9 or maybe 9:30 or something. So the day is quite long. So you can do lots of distance. April is a good season, I guess.
But damn, like
Damn.
making the tent
Yeah.
in on the coast, like
Yeah.
basically. And you have like an ocean basically next to you, so
Yeah.
you just like sleeping, and you can hear this like beautiful like waves next to you and the ships. I want to go back.
Yeah. Same. Okay. I forgot to mention one thing. The reason why we picked Scotland. In Scotland, there's a thing called bothy. Probably many people know about this. It's like a small hut where you can sleep, or where hikers can sleep for free. And it's like a basic shelter, so it doesn't have like kitchen. Maybe some bothy has kitchen. I'm not too sure. But basically, you can just sleep on the floor, and yeah, as I said before, it's free of charge. So there are many huts. It's called bothy in Scotland, like entire Scotland, not only in the Skye. So that's why, maybe we can use bothy if the weather is not so good. But we only saw like maybe less than 5 bothies in total through this hike, right?
Really? I remember only 2, like visibly.
Yeah. Less than 5, I would say. Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. Even the one we saw, it was full of people. The first one we saw. I remember.
Oh yeah, and it was like very windy and was raining, so there is a full.
Yeah, it's difficult thing is, of course, you cannot make a reservation, so it's difficult to plan it. Like if you don't want to do wild camping, if you plan to rely on bothy, it's very difficult. So don't know. It's like a last option, I guess. But yeah,
But I would say actually like sleeping in the tent is like more safe, because you can like choose the place that is somewhere like a height and aside, and bothy is it's very, very visible. So hope not. It might be like some kind of like dangerous people, like, and they know that someone is sleeping up there, or there is a tourist that easy to rob or something like this. So
Nah.
I think it's like a sleeping. I mean, I don't think this situation can happen, but there is like
You
a
just listen to too much of the serial killer podcast. That's why
because can happen.
anything could happen. Yeah, if you listen to a lot of serial killer podcasts, yeah, in your head, anything could happen. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, it's always
Well,
it's always nice to prepared.
0.0001% can
Yeah.
happen. So thank you so much.
But yeah, Monica is right, I guess. Probably because Skye got only sheeps and other, I don't know, maybe insects or something, but not many dangerous species out there. So probably if you're scared of something, maybe it's a human.
Yeah, yes, it's a human. So, like, in my opinion, sleeping in the tent is like much
Maybe, I
safer
don't
than
know.
sleeping in the buffet.
Yeah. Also, yeah, if you don't want to be with people, other people all the time, probably tent would be nice. But
Exactly.
the weather can change a lot in the Skyland. That's what happened to us. That's day 2. Day 2, we are walking through this coastline and going through, like almost in the middle of the island. And it was nice. I mean, we got the bad weather, so we didn't see much. We only saw the bottom parts of mountains because there's the mountains on the right side. So the visibility is good. You're supposed to see these mountains. We saw just the bottom part, but we also met a one hiker who was coming down from the mountain part. So we are saying maybe we can climb up on these mountains. It's not that high. It's like 800, 900 or something like that. But it looked very good.
Oh
These
yes,
mountains,
like
yeah.
again, like close, like from the Lord of the Rings that you're like passing through
Yeah, there's
some mountain.
two mountains which look like boobs. So we're just laughing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the two boobs. But yeah, I guess it was nice because it started one time. It just started snowing and then raining, and then the wind got stronger. And as I said before, we finished all the food we bought in the Broadford, the starting point. So we are kind of hungry. We just try not to eat. So we drank a lot of water, because we had the filter, the water filter thing. So we could pick up water from the ocean or some pond and then just clean up by the filter. So I remember I just kept drinking water to fill my stomach. Do you remember this part?
Oh yeah, I remember that we are like walking super hungry, and
Yeah.
I remember my thoughts. I was saying like because that time like a war on Ukraine blew up, and I said that I'm not gonna eat because people of Ukraine not eating, and then maybe 30 minutes passed, and I was sitting with the burger in my hands. So yeah, I remember that.
Yeah. But yeah, these are the tough part, and we eventually reached to the place called, I don't know, it's like an intersection of the road, and there's a craft beer bar and also a nice hotel. So we rushed into craft beer bar, wishing they serve food, but it turned out the kitchen was open from 2 p.m. and then we arrived, I guess, 11 a.m. or something. We discussed whether we should wait until the kitchen is going to be open because we are so hungry. But we didn't want to waste time. So we bought a lot of cakes and snacks and chips and, of course, beer. And we are the dirtiest customers. I mean, the dress. But everyone was so nice. The restaurant
Yeah,
was very like nice, like very, I wouldn't say formal, but it was, yeah, I wouldn't say it's casual. Yeah.
I mean, actually, we ate something like bean soup because the waitress, when she
Ah,
saw
that's right.
us like
Yeah.
so dirty, so wet, and we were like, "You have some food," and she's like, "No, no, no, the kitchen is closed, and I'm sorry, we can like serve you cakes." And then she came back. They're like, "Do you want like we have only one bowl of bean soup?" And we were like, "Yes, please, please." And I remember we were like so shocked eating
Yeah.
the bean soups, and
Ah,
I
yeah,
was
yeah,
saying
yeah.
to you, we're gonna do this soup in home. So yeah, and
Did you?
then we walking around with so many cakes, and people like, "Oh my god, you're eating so much cake, so delicious!" Like I was so hungry.
Yeah. I guess we had only hikers in this restaurant at the time. Everyone was just driving and staying in this hotel, looking nice. But yeah, those cakes, man, it was so good.
Oh yes, especially when you're like extremely hungry. Oh, we discussed this like after all. When you have something like every day, you're not appreciated, and then when you're
Oh
like
yeah.
on the sky, like super soaked, cold, dirty, and you don't know what to do sometimes, and you're like extremely tired, and then you have like just some chips or cake or like whatever. So it's for you, it's like gold. I
Yeah.
don't know if it makes sense what I said, but I remember the feeling of it.
Yeah, basically, if you don't experience darkness, you don't know how good the light is. So you need to experience hungry to appreciate the fullness.
Exactly.
Yeah, yeah.
Amen.
Amen. Yeah. No, that was a good lesson we learned through this trip. Amen. Yeah.
Humble.
Yeah, yeah.
Humbleness.
Anyway, yeah, this craft beer bar was so nice. We wanted to stay longer, but of course we had to leave. So we left. The weather became like a little nicer. So we could keep pushing, but of course weather went bad again. It started raining, etc., etc. And we were walking through, and then of course we, passed the other hikers who are starting the hike from the north. So it was kind of nice moment to see other fellow hikers. And we were looking for the place to sleep. As I said before, you can, find bothies probably on the map. So I was looking some bothies because the weather was going no good, like started raining kind of hard. So I found the one place, like apparently saying bothy on the map. I'm not gonna say which part. I think Monica knows where I'm going with this. So we went up to
Yes.
this spot and there's a building, and then I was like, huh? It looks like someone's house. And someone came out, and then he was like, are you guys okay? And I was like, nah, we are just looking for bothy. But he was like, oh, no, 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 it's actually a house. Somehow it says bothy on the map. And I was like, oh. And then he was like, you guys want to stay? And then I was like, no, it's okay because, we have a tent and we don't want to spend money. That's what I was saying in my head because I didn't want to, look rude. But he was actually meaning to tell us he can let us stay in his house. And I was like, what? It took a while to comprehend what he was saying. Yeah.
But
Remember?
actually, I was thinking that because he was saying like, "Oh, you can stay with how can I describe it? In the workplace, like a workshop of my in-law." So it's like
Atelier or
imagining,
something. Yeah, yeah.
yeah, I was imagining some like a barn, you know,
Uh-huh,
with some animals or something, and I was
uh-huh.
like, "Oh, maybe like if you're nice to or something like this." And he took us to the big house like with
Yeah.
2 floors, and I was speechless in that time.
Yeah. Yeah. it was crazy. Like this house was gorgeous. Probably the most gorgeous place that I ever stayed. And yeah, he was like, okay, I'm gonna ask my wife, and he just let us like strangers, stay in this gorgeous house. And he was like, okay, if you wanna drink coffee or tea, it's here. If you wanna do laundries, just use laundries, and then we have bed upstairs. And
But you can imagine, like, completely strangers that are coming to your house and they're searching for like some kind of place that he's supposed to be, on the way for free or like whatever. And then you just give this person the full house, like the
yeah,
key to full house with, with the paintings or like valuable, items inside. And he said to us, you have like a here's the dishwasher, here's a washing machine, you can clean your clothes. There's Jesus Christ, like I cannot like even like think about it, how nice and thoughtful
yeah,
people
yeah. It
they
was
are.
just crazy. Maybe he was an angel, the angel of
Maybe.
Skye. Yeah. But anyway, yeah, it was so nice, and we recharged our energy. We slept in a really nice bed. I slept really good, and we washed our clothes and just freshen up, and we started day 3. But the day 3 was actually the most toughest part, I would say, because there's a elevation gain. No. Day 3. Yeah, day 3. Yeah, I was right. We are walking to Portree. That's the port town. I think most people know this place with the colorful houses like pink, light green, orange, etc. This place was so nice. I wish I could live there. Did you like this
Oh
town?
yes, I
Portree, yeah.
love this town. I
Yeah.
even like, if I like reach my memory, I can remember the structure of this town and the map of this town from the
Mm.
top. If I would like land it right now in the same moment in the portrait, I will like know where to go to like buy stuff or go to
That's right. It was very
like different
compact.
places.
Yeah.
Yes, and with full of nice people
Hmm.
and stores. And we also ate some halloumi and
Fish
chips.
and chips, yeah.
Fish and chips.
Yeah. And also we got some ice creams from bakery, and this was the supermarket, which we had been waiting for. So we bought a lot of food this time, and also we wanted to, it was actually Monica's idea, we wanted to try local sweets. So we asked staff, what's the best food, best snacks to try in Scotland? And we got a bunch of Scottish sweets. And I forgot, I don't remember any of them, but it was super
I
nice.
remember. Actually, we can like buy it even here in Poland in the stores called deals. I found them.
Ah,
Yes,
cool.
there is some kind of like like s'mores. Like
Oh, yeah. You're right.
yes, the s'mores on crackers, like covered with the chocolate.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Delicious.
Delish. Yeah. So, we left Portree fully stocked. And this is the hardest part. If you're starting from the north, which most people do, probably you will go through this part on the day 2 or day 1 if you're fast, maybe. Or maybe not. Maybe day 2. So this is iconic place. You need to go up. This is the part you gain a lot of elevation. And it went so windy. Like it was so windy. Like Monica was almost blown away. Like,
But seriously, it was quite dangerous if you don't know what you're doing. So I remember just one moment with the hiking stick. I just stuck to the ground because if I would like move like maybe 2 centimeters, I would be blown away. Hi, Kawana.
still?
Yes.
Yes, I'm listening still. Anyway, yeah. So this part, once we got into this spot, the weather turned like really bad. I remember. So I trusted both of us we can do it, even though it was super windy because we had expenses in Georgia and other parts of the world. But it was kind of tough, but at the same time, beautiful.
It was really beautiful and like very tough, but
And
I guess the day
yeah.
with a storm back then.
No, day after this was storm, I guess.
No, it was the same day. It was like
Yeah?
really bad storm in the same day. Yes,
Ah,
no, on
yeah.
this coast. That's
Yeah.
why we almost landed with an idea that we're gonna pick up our tent and build a tent in small forest. But it was so windy, we didn't know what to do back then. And we were searching on the internet if there is any accommodation that we can stay, but turns out there was nothing.
Yep.
And we were like fully like soaked. And you went somewhere like searching for the place, even like a restaurant, anything.
Nothing.
Nothing. And a full storm, wind, and kind of scary and the dark. The night was coming.
Yeah.
And then Takuya found public toilets.
Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah, we were like, oh, maybe we should stay in public toilet because it's so windy and crazy. And no one, like, I thought like no one would come because it was bad weather. It was like right next to car park or something. So we decided to sleep in a toilet, in public toilet. And yeah, like as we guessed, like no one came almost. Probably in the morning, some people came, I guess, yeah.
I mean, in the night, someone was knocking in the toilet, and I remember you tried to like pick up and then just like open the door, and I was like, shh, like, door,
But yeah,
quiet, and we're pretending that it's just closed and not moving or something like this because it was in the middle of the night. So we are pretending that we are dead up there. And survived till the morning, which was like the best idea because during the night...
Yeah, it was crazy, yeah.
It was really crazy.
Yeah, I remember. But it's so funny, like we slept in a gorgeous house and then the next day we are sleeping in a toilet. We literally experienced all the accommodation.
Exactly.
You could imagine.
It's like upside down. One day you're here, another day you're totally, on the different level. Right. And you're reaching new experience of life. So I think it's very...
we got lucky, yeah. To have these experiences, yeah. Yeah, so that was night 4, I believe. And from here, you're going to see the iconic Old Mano store. Yeah, you need to go up, and then we got the bad weather, so we're walking in the rain, and we like barely see the store. We only saw the bottom part, I believe, but it was very, how do I say, like ancient looking, yeah.
Oh yes,
yeah.
Like, you cannot describe this in words exactly.
Yeah.
You need to go there and just see. You're gonna feel like a small, I don't know, small item in this world. Like how nature it can be like beautiful.
Yeah, the huge rock, and then just imagining how shape. I mean the nature shaped this huge rock in this way. It's so crazy.
Yeah, it's bringing me right now like a lot of like thoughts when you're like sitting in home and you have like your daily routine. You're not traveling and you're not seeing those things. Sometimes you can like have a feeling that life is not meaningful. There's not make much sense of it. But when you try traveling and you're seeing how nature can be beautiful. You just like a lot of appreciation is growing in you,
True.
and you start being like more happy in your life.
Damn, well said, Monica-san. Yes, so that was the Old Man of Sto. Here is a little tough because it's a lot of elevation gain and then the road is rocky. And I forgot to mention, but entire Skye Trail, the trail itself is not clear. So without map, almost impossible to do it because it's not, how do I say, well organized trail. So you need to just follow your map and you need to just follow the footpath of other hikers. And we met one hiker who's just using the paper map in this crazy weather, because when the weather is crazy, you cannot see much. The visibility is really bad. You cannot see the direction. So he looked like Doctor Strange. You remember this guy?
Ah, yeah, that's true.
Yeah, Doctor Strange. Yeah, he was very.
Yes, this map in the foil, and you're here, so you have to go there and there. And it's like, how you can cope with this map? It's incredible.
Yeah. And then once you go through this part, it's kind of easy. The rest is just going down and you walk along the coastline. So we finished this part. Monica's foot was becoming painful a little bit, but she's stubborn. So she just refused to take a break and we just kept pushing and we found a nice spot in front of small lake. We built a tent.
But I need to, like I mentioned before, we are talking about the tent. When you're like walking and you have this painful foot, I would say, like some kind of, I don't know.
Inflammation,
yes. Inflammation. Put your foot every time in cold water. It will help very much.
That's what you're doing. You're walking in the puddle, right?
Yeah, I was walking in the puddle every time I was putting my feet in this cold water, it helps a lot. So it's pro tip from the future if you have problems like this.
That's how Polish people heal.
Yeah.
So maybe we are just saying maybe it turned out good just walking in the water. Other thing is first day or maybe the first few kilometers I was avoiding the water puddle, but once I just stopped scaring the water getting soaked up or something, and then it became much easier because every time if you try to avoid water puddle, you're walking more, and it's I would say more efficient to just walk into puddle because you will get wet anyway. In the Skye Island, the weather changes a lot and it rains a lot, so it's guaranteed that you're gonna get wet, I guess.
100%.
Yeah. So we built a tent in front of the lake, and then the next day was so nice, like a blue sky, and we just finished our hike to this iconic white bothy. Most people start from here or just sleep here on the first day. Actually, the official starting point is I don't know, it's not even a village, but there's a red phone. How do you call this? Like this British thing, phone booth, like a red phone booth. So you can see maybe in the picture, this is the starting point or finishing point. Depends which directions you're going to. But we made it to this iconic white bothy and thought it's gonna be a dramatic, but I was like, okay, we did it.
I guess because we are like extremely tired, and on the last day it was like, oh my god, where is this like a finishing point? And then you say like, oh, nice, but
okay,
but I think like more iconic is like sunset when you building a tent, sleeping
on the
there.
Last day,
So you have a feeling of accomplishment and tiredness. So just
true.
Try to chill.
Yep.
A little bit.
Yeah, so yeah, overall it's very nice hike and good people out there, lots of good shapes. And after we finished the hike, we wanted to catch a bus, and not so many buses, but I don't remember this, but there was a time schedule or something. Do you remember?
I remember there was some kind of
Timetable, sorry.
timetable. It was actually on the bus stop, but according to the time, there was no buses. So we decided to just walk
On the road,
the road and like stop someone, but nobody stops.
hitchhiking, yeah.
Yes,
Oh,
like
yes.
hitchhiking. And then, and luckily there was a bus. I just heard something behind our back, and I turned and I was like, "Oh, maybe we can stop this guy here."
It's a
And
sky
there was
bus,
a
yeah.
like so lovely bus driver. He stopped and he take us and he give us some pro tips where to like sleeping in the tent or where not.
He did?
And so, yeah, he did. He was saying like here on the Skye you can sleep everywhere basically in the tent because people are very nice and there is no many. I mean, there is no burglars or like some bad people. But he was like mentioning like Innsbruck or Edinburgh, please do not do those like because it's very big and very, very dangerous. And he also was like waving to us when he was passing next to us in Portrait somewhere
Ah, yeah,
up
yeah, yeah.
the row. And he was so happy and waving, bye guys, good luck.
Yeah, I guess I think you're supposed to stop a bus when you want to get in. It doesn't have to be a bus stop or something. That's what we figured. We thought the bus will only stop at the bus stops, but it turned out probably you can just stop a bus anywhere because not many cars are coming.
Yes.
Yeah,
Or maybe we were very lucky.
maybe, yeah. Yeah, so overall, yeah, we did 155 kilometers in 6 days. It was a good memory. And we also made a video 1 or 2 years ago. So please watch that to get the more, insights of what we're saying and then the views we saw. Okay, thanks for listening. I guess it's time to wrap it up because it's been an hour and our dog is going crazy a little bit. But yeah, I hope you will have a nice hike. And if you have any other questions, you can always hit us up and leave a comment or something. Thank you.
Takuya. Tap.
Tap.
Go on then.
You said pub. I thought you said tap.
Yes.
Okay, open the door. Kawana-san is waiting for you. Jackson.
Okay.